race. Hope you guys in chat are ready. Now, let's get all excited for Castlevania 3.
All that earlier, shouldn't we?
Nice. Hey, welcome everybody to the Castlevania 3 three-way race. I'm here with my co-commentators, SBD Wolf, Triple Crown Holder, and Classic Vanias. How you doing, Wolf?
Hey, welcome. Thank you. Welcome everybody to the Castlevania 3 race. The category is Alucard. We'll go into more detail about it later. But we have the three racers here. Gonna go in order of random order. Disdonn, wanna introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Disdonn. I speedrun this game in this category, and I also have costume, but no cam today.
Awesome.
I'm freeland1787. I speedrun the Alucard, Sypha, and Trevor only categories of this.
And then we have Kutsu Shita.
Hi, that's me. I speedrun this game. Please send help.
You forgot the most important part, Kutsu. How many records do you have in this now?
Technically 3, but only 2 are important.
What's the third?
Still 3.
The third is Second Quest Trevor only.
Oh, nice.
I gotta do it on Famicom.
Indeed.
Nice. So, are we ready to do a countdown for our runners here?
It appears he's ready.
Standing dot. Yeah. Okay. So, if we're ready to go, I'll count it down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Awesome. Good luck to all the runners. So the route that we're gonna be following is Alucard. Castlevania 3 is one of those games where you have like multiple paths you can choose. It's kind of like the main thing that the game is known for. You have at the end of select stages, you can choose the next stage you go to, and the path you follow is gonna determine what character you end up picking up. And this one is for Alucard, which is the fastest. And there's a lot of cool tricks that you can do with Alucard, and I'm go into detail on all of them. But first is stage 1, which we'll have to go through with Trevor. Pretty standard overall. I don't believe we're going to see too many surprises.
Why is the Alucard route the fastest?
Because the levels are fastest, usually. Well, okay, so one of the levels that you go through with Alucard is usually really long with all characters, but Alucard does have one advantage over every single other character, which is that you can turn into a bat and just skip having to wait 2 minutes for blocks to fall down. We'll see later. But yeah, the stages that you end up having to choose and follow with Alucard are the fastest. And on top of that, Alucard's ability help a lot. The fact that you can turn into a bat means you can go through stages at pretty high speeds. And on top of that, you're also able to clip thanks to the bat transformation. But again, we'll go into detail, all into detail about that later. The unfortunate part is that the music in this route sucks.
So what are our players trying to do here in the first level? Like, what's their goal with Trevor?
Well, you want to go through the stage and also try to collect a triple shot with the Holy Water, so you can get as fast of a kill on the boss as possible. And they're gonna do that by first hitting the pillar at the end of one of the screens. That gives you a double shot. Oh no, well, you get the double shot first, actually. So you get a double shot simply by hitting enemies, and then the hit on the pillar automatically gives you a triple shot. So at least that's
Freeland taking a knockback from the statue there.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not too big of a deal. The good thing is that, kind of like Castlevania 1, at least in this version of the game, damage scales depending on the stage you're on. So on stage 1, you take the least amount of damage, and then on later stages, each hit is going to be more and more costly. But here it isn't too big, luckily.
Let me ask you, is it actually faster to damage boost, or is it the same speed as walking?
Same speed. The little caveat is that each time you jump, you lose 3 frames on startup and 2 frames on landing. So each time you also damage boost, I think you get you lose 2 frames by damage boosting because you have to land from it. But if the other option is jumping, then it's faster to damage boost.
I'll go ahead and call the campfire winner to be Freeland there. He had a nice campfire. Kutsu, or Disdonn had the worst campfire, so...
Oh yeah, that's a 10 out of 10 for Freeland.
Yeah. Alright, so
Most
as you can
important
see
pack in the
here
run.
in these intermediate places between levels is this game is kind of non-linear, and it's it is a very similar game to Castlevania 1 in that, you know, like you're using like very similar controls and everything, and it's not anything like Castlevania 2, but it is in that it's non-linear, and you get to go down different routes that have different characters to interact with and possibly enlist for service, I guess.
Yeah, it's a heavily, very, very replayable game thanks to that. Like you're gonna go through the game once, but then you still have two characters that you could have chosen from, and like two different paths you could have done. So you know, just playing through the game once doesn't mean that you have experienced all of it, which is pretty innovative for a game with Sarah. This game came out in 1989 in Japan.
Well, we see a death from Kutsu Shita on the owls. A lot of people hate these owls. Can you talk a little bit about why?
Because they're random. So they have this weird trajectory, and there's no real way to really know exactly what they're doing, and Trevor doesn't have many options to deal with them. So unfortunately, you just kind of gotta get through and hope they are nice to you.
So we see Kutsu Shita lost his setup, and he's no longer using the holy water, but that's not such a big deal in this route, right?
No. There's another holy water bottle that you are gonna pick up later. It's actually lost and reacquired later on for a trick later on. But yeah, losing the holy water isn't too big of a deal. He can deal with every single enemy just with the cross, maybe taking slight tab losses, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world here.
It is interesting that you in the next level lose your holy water on purpose just to pick it back up.
Yeah, well, the reason why is that later on you're gonna want to pick up a triple shot with that holy water. You want to have the double shot on the holy water so that you can get a triple shot and give it to another weapon. That's why.
And
You
speaking of
hopefully
RNG, we see Disdonn moving into this frog swamp. The Freeland just finished it up, and these frogs are completely random. So this makes this section pretty hard. You have to worry about these frogs just jumping in your face all the time, and on top of that, they could probably drop a sub weapon on your face too, right?
Yeah, well. Here's the thing, not too long ago, they've actually found what determines a weapon drop. It's basically each 5 of, I think, heart drops. So every 5th heart drop, that becomes a sub-weapon drop. So runners now can actually count the amount of heart drops they get, and so they can kind of try to predict when they get a sub-weapon drop, or at least when they have a chance for them. But yeah, it's not even the worst place to get one, just because here, they're gonna try to get the axe, and that's basically purely just to reset the multiplier on the holy water for that trick later on in the run.
Yeah, we saw
But yeah, unfortunately, Trevor doesn't have
and
tools to deal with the frogs, so that makes it pretty random.
So what category of this game do you play?
Me, any percent. I've only run any percent. So exactly in this swamp, actually, there's a way you can go into a glitch heaven, and you can run warp to the final stage if you know what you're doing. You end up finishing the game in 15 minutes.
And that's 15. It's pretty remarkable to watch. So we see Freeland coming into the bat boss here, and I'm sure if you're a seasoned pro, it's pretty easy, but this was deceptively difficult for me to figure out how to do.
Oh yeah, well, they're gonna make it look easy. You can just kind of stun lock that bat boss, but if you let all those bats go loose, then you're in trouble. And again, Trevor doesn't have exactly a lot of tools to deal with them, so wanna stay on script.
Right, so Disdonn did let the bats out, so he's gonna take a death here, giving Kutsu Shita a chance to catch back up.
Oh yeah.
Look easy.
Well, Freeland has taken the lead.
So far, Freeland is the only player without a death. Freeland started with a little bit of a lead because he skipped the opening cinematic, whereas Kutsu Shita and Disdonn let the cinematic play out. But he's in a definite lead now.
Absolutely, but there's also like 100 chances in the run for the lead to change runner.
There we go. Disdonn redeeming himself on the bat boss.
Awesome.
So you do a little manipulation on these flame men here. We've already missed Kutsu Shita and Freeland doing it, but watch Disdonn as he moves into the next stage. He'll probably do like a wiggle or a step back, or maybe even a fall into a block, and that's going to manipulate the way these fleamen walk around, which is kind of an interesting manipulation. It doesn't seem very intuitive.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting setup here. Always love when these runs have these kind of peculiar setups that stand out. That you go, oh, this is not something you usually see in a speedrun.
Ancient speedrunning proverb is sometimes you have to go slow to go fast.
Yeah. Happens a lot of times, actually.
Alright, so we see Freeland rolling up into the Alucard boss room. So, in this game, you fight all of your friends as bosses, and then once you defeat them, they offer to join your team.
Yep.
And the Alucard boss position can actually be manipulated by where you stand. So you notice that Freeland stands at the edge of that block for a few moments there. And beats the boss no problem.
Yep.
Kutsu Shita getting slowed down a little, or I'm sorry, Disdonn getting slowed down a little bit here. Kutsu Shita rolling up into the Alucard boss as well.
Great. So this is where you recruit Alucard. So the path they chose led to Alucard getting recruited, and you're gonna see a lot of that now coming out of him. Is gonna be the main character used throughout the run.
Disdonn unfortunately has the cross, so he's having to slow down in a lot of sections where normally you can use the holy water to keep moving. So we'll see how Disdonn deals with the boss with only the axe. Normally have the holy water, and like you saw before, you can drop the holy water on Alucard's head when he moves over to the right, but we're gonna have to watch Disdonn improvise here. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a very long fight here, unfortunately. The holy water just melts through Alucard, but just getting a few extra cycles on Alucard is gonna cost him a lot of time.
I actually wouldn't
But
be
he's
surprised
definitely
if
not
he takes
that
some
big
death here. This is a tough boss if you have to fight him normally. He's actually he's very similar to the Dracula fight in Castlevania 1.
Yep. Except you cannot crit it. Speed it up.
Alright, Disdonn can't take another hit here. And he takes the hit. Ouch.
Darn. That sets him back quite a lot, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, we have Freeland trying to thread a needle here with the bat form, but just getting bopped from underneath by the skeleton. Alucard is able to kind of just fly through a lot of the screens in this game, but there are a few spots where it's an extremely tight tunnel that he has to fly through.
And also another important thing for this run is heart management, because every time you transform into a bat, the longer you are in bat form, the more hearts that's gonna deplete. So as soon as you run out of hearts, you break out of bat. So you want to make sure you have enough hearts to actually do what you want to do with a bat.
Disdonn takes a game over.
Uh-oh. Well, at least that's gonna help me a bit more. He should be able to get his sub-weapon back somewhere. It's definitely not the end of the world still.
I'm actually not really sure where the holy water is in this room.
I think there is one somewhere.
So right there we see Freeland just kind of fly underneath that platform and move on top of it. Normally you have to go all the way to the left on those floating platforms and go all the way to the right. But as you can see, Alucard's bat form lets him skip a lot of obstacles very easily.
Yep. That's part of what makes him very fast. And then the other thing I think we should see sometime soon, if it's not happened already, we should see a ceiling clip somewhere.
I want to say it's on the next screen here. On Freeland's. I'm watching Freeland's screen right now. He's going to go up the stairs, and I think he's going to take a clip from the skeleton up here. No.
There should be one there.
This is the Axe Knight skip. So he's gonna turn into a bat, and he's gonna wait for the axe to hit him, and then he's going to go through the screen. All right, he makes it. Nice. Well done, Freeland. Picks up the safety.
Awesome. And yeah, that can save a lot of time in a lot of sections. Really important tech.
Freeland tried another clip there, but missed it, so he's just going to go a little bit slower here. But he's rolling up on the, I think this is the Frankenstein boss here.
Yep.
And you notice he pops into the bat form for just a moment. That's just to dump his last heart. Looks like Kutsu Shita misses the clip from the Axe Knight. Let's see if he gets this clip from the skeleton. And he nails it. Nice. So Kutsu Shita's making up some ground here. He's on the same screen as Freeland.
Yep. These two are definitely close.
His health is a little bit low, so he's going to switch back to Trevor so that he can try to kill him quickly with the Holy Water. The Holy Water in this game is completely busted.
Yeah, they somehow made this Holy Water even more broken than it was in Castlevania 1. I don't know how they did it.
It's kind of hilarious that the Holy Water is so broken in Castlevania 1, 2, and 3, and then it's just completely nerfed in Castlevania 4.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty interesting boost that Freeland's going to go for on this stage, where he's going to do some very precise movement to manipulate that Fleaman. I don't think... Oh, does he get it? Nice. Okay, I think he does. Very nice. Freeland's stream's running at 30 frames per second, so sometimes it's hard to see when he has the iframes happening.
Yeah, this one can also save some time. A lot of clips here and there. You just do a lot of them and you save like a minute or two.
I think Alucard and Sypha are the only two characters that can clip in this game. Is that right?
Grant can clip through blocks with a lot of the... Oh, by the way, Disdonn finally cleared all of it.
Oh, that's right. Like, Grant can corner grab blocks and clip through them?
Yes, he can corner grab. He can repeatedly jump into a wall and zip through, which is amazing. And Grant is also a character that can get stairs displacement. So that allows him to go into glitch heavens and clip through stairs, basically. Safa can do that too, though. But she has a different setup. Requires the free spell.
Really nice bat boss by Freeland there. Really
nice.
Clean. That bat boss is much harder with Alucard than Trevor. In my
it is. And that's not even the end of the stage yet. That was just a mini boss. And yeah, this is the stage where you normally, if you had any other character, you'd have to wait for literally 2 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. For those blocks to fall and allow you to get back up, but Alucard just turns into a bat and doesn't even care.
It's so tedious, I hate it.
Yeah, I don't know what was going through the head of the game designers there. Okay, if you're gonna make the player wait a bit, but 2 minutes.
Ooh, okay. Kutsu Shita taking a hit, but everything's under control, I believe.
Okay.
Definitely. Worst screen in the game right there. Quoted for truth.
Yeah.
That's another really powerful thing about Alucard is if you take a knockback and you're about to fall into a pit, you can just pop into bat form and save yourself. We saw
true.
Deploy that.
So at least it mitigates a bit of the more punishing aspects of the game. This one is a
little bit of time here. He was I don't know if he had better heart situation than Freeland did, but Freeland took a death? Did I miss it? Looks like he's repowering up Trevor right now, which would explain why he went across the platforms before the auto scroller.
I must have missed it too. Anyway, that puts... I think Freeland is still in the lead, although I don't know if he's gonna keep the lead because of his sub-weapon now. Or his power-ups.
He's like a little bit in the lead, but Kutsu Shita's Trevor's all powered up.
Yeah.
He's got the Holy Water with the double shot, which is the ideal setup, and we'll touch on why that's important in the last level. It's basically you're really planning ahead to set up something at the very end of the game by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually one of the few screens that you don't see Alucard in bat form, and it's because there's no reason. It's an auto-scroller, so you can't really lose time on the screen unless you're just really late to the stairs.
I don't even know, is there any lag optimizations here? That's usually what you end up doing in auto-scrollers. You really just try to optimize for lag. I know there is another auto-scrollers in this game, just not sure on that one.
So Kutsu Shita also picked up a little bit of time there by going the risky route. Freeland took the safe route over to the left and got the safety meat.
Yeah, and it's definitely being off.
Kutsu Shita has the holy water, so he's able to push through, whereas Freeland has to fight these guys more legitimately.
Yeah, well, Freeland just have to kind of wail down on the mummies one by one. This Cyclops is not someone you can sleep on. It's probably one of the most jank hard bosses in this game. It's like, depending on the exact pixel to stand on, you're gonna get different patterns from him. And sometimes its hammer can have weird hitboxes. It's kind of a pain to deal with.
Kutsu Shita finishing a stage easily. Meanwhile, Freeland is going to have to fight the Leviathan with 1 hit point, so he can't take any hits, can't take a fireball, can't take a stomp. Just whipping him down.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, he clears it.
And he takes the death.
Oh, darn. Well, that puts Kutsu Shita in a definite lead now. I think he's on a pretty good pace. He's taken only 1 death so far. And other than that, I don't think it was a very significant death either. Kutsu Shita gets a very good swap frame. Awesome.
Is that frame perfect, or is there like a 2-frame window there?
Not sure.
It's so swag though, the rosary swap frame.
Yeah. It looks so good.
So if this level looks familiar, the one that Kutsu Shita is on right now, it's a reprisal of the first level in Castlevania 1 with kind of a redo of the music, remix, if you will.
It's an awesome remix. Anyway, yeah, coming up, it's the X-Night clip.
Nice clips by Kutsu Shita.
Great, yeah. He gets the low axe. So that night, he can either give you a high axe or a low axe. And if you get the high axe, obviously, you cannot clip through. And what you have to do is you have to go down the stairs and reload the room, and you can get stuck in an infinite. You get really unlucky. It's a pretty painful part of the run.
I see so many spicy paces just die because you have to go up and down the stairs like 5 times before you get a low axe.
Yeah. So Shita's about to fight death.
Oh, opting to take Trevor here. Disdonn told me in my chat this morning that you still take Alucard here, regardless of how everything's going. And this is exactly why I thought Trevor would be preferred, because you can just stun lock death to the ground there and light him up.
Yeah, it makes the fight much, much easier. And I don't think it's an extremely significant time difference, too. So it's a very good race threat.
Really clean fight there. Really clean level 8. That was very nicely done.
Yeah, very impressive. 2 more levels to go for Kutsu Shita, while Freeland is trying to fight the stage 7 boss, and Disdonn is going through the same stage.
Alright, let's see some Sour Please in chat, because this song is so good. Probably the best song on the Alucard route. He's having a little bit of a hard time with these fleamen here. He's only taken 1 hit, it looks like, though, so no worries.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an improv every time. Freeland is still wrestling with the stage 7 boss. This one is catching up to Freeland, actually, in the meantime. So maybe we'll see a close one between you two.
So Kutsu Shita is coming up on one of the toughest stages or rooms in the game to me, and it's a stairs room with a lot of flying bad guys and a lot of fireballs, just so many obstacles.
Yeah, it's such a hectic screen.
And he makes short work of it, no problems.
Great. believe there's another auto-scroller coming up. This game loves its auto-scrollers.
And they're all vertical too. It's so weird.
True. I never thought of that. Yeah, they're all vertical.
Probably because they only had to build one engine. It's like, we didn't write all this code just for one screen. Let's do 5.
Do I have time to say something?
Definitely.
Yes.
All right, we have a $15 donation from Mr. Shasta, donating half of what's needed to hit the Link's Awakening's DX incentive. Can someone else spot the other half? And it would be nice to see that battle and watch the battle of Windfish cutscene, because we're only $15 away.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
$15, folks. I feel like we can make it happen.
Okay, Kutsu Shita, I believe, is done with the auto-scroller.
Freeland just finished up the Leviathan, and Disdonn is making short work with the Trevor with Holy Water.
Nice, so we'll see a close race between the two of us, at least for now.
This is another really challenging screen that Alucard can just skip.
Yeah, this is especially painful for Sypha, because Sypha, she can still do the skip, but you need to use the freeze spell to freeze the enemies in place, and you need the burst to cooperate and get into the proper position, and they're all random. Luckily, Alucard makes quick work of them.
Really tough boss there, the Doppelganger.
Yeah, very, very tough. It is actually very tough if you come here casually. It's easily the hardest boss in the run. But it's such a joke in a speedrun. Luckily.
So Freeland took a couple of hits on the zombies in the first screen here, so I wonder how he's going to fare with his life. I wonder if he's going to pick up the safety meter, or is he just going to take... Looks like he's not going to take the boost, he's just going to go around. What do you think? Do you think he's going to take the Axe Knight boost? Looks like he is.
We'll see. Okay, yeah, good play.
Disdonn taking the safety meat. So, I didn't think to call it out, but the whole reason why you've been holding Holy Water with double shot all game for this screen, or for the screen right before where Kutsu Shita is right now, he picks up the axe, or he breaks the candle that drops the axe, and then he throws the Holy Water at another candle to drop the triple shot, and then he grabs the axe and then upgrades the axe with the triple shot. And that's going to make the Dracula fight much easier.
Very, very clever bit of rotting. Okay, the auto-scroller Kutsu Shita was just on. That is a very likely auto-scroller. That's definitely a very important spot to do lag reduction on.
That's why you see players stay at the top of the screen during that screen, is to try to spawn those Medusa heads towards the top so that they despawn almost immediately. Really nice clip by Kutsu Shita on the skeleton.
Oh yeah, this one is pretty hard. Luckily, you can just skip these pendulums. These ones are a pain for Trevor.
Still neck and neck between Freeland and Disdonn. This is gonna be a good race.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how those two are gonna end up placing. Meanwhile, Kutsu Shita is going to Dracula.
So Dracula has 3 forms in this game.
Yeah, very interesting. Like, it fakes you out 2 times for a pretty hard game at that. Okay, barely doesn't touch the fire. Shouldn't be a big issue. Dracula is actually kind of a tough boss. Probably not the hardest in the run, but still. Can sleep on him.
These movements that he's doing on this last form here are pretty calculated. And they have to be, else those beams can knock you in one of those pits.
Easily, yeah. It's like those bits of magnets.
Unfortunately, Kutsu Shita has to take a second cycle here.
Yeah, that's not too big of an issue, though. He has a huge lead, and he should take this race.
That's the time.
Awesome,
Second.
great job to Kutsu Shita.
It's
And,
like a 39 by Kutsu Shita.
oh, that's a really good time for a race, yeah. Congratulations. Actually, that's like a minute from SPB, considering it took a death. That was amazing.
It's kind
We'll
of funny
see.
because in the lobby before the race started, the players were wondering if any of them would even get a sub 30-minute time.
Yeah, and that's hard sub 30. Yeah, that's great. We'll see. We'll see. Freeland and Disdonn are having a very close race. We'll see. I'm really curious to see which one of the two is gonna end up top here. Both of them had their own struggles, but they somehow ended very close to each other.
Do I have time to say a few donations?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we have a $10 donation from Shuri Bear. Great runners, great commentary. I love this so much. We have a $15 donation from our very own Bash Prime. Hahaha, whip go, whip whap. And that got us over to meet the incentive for Watch Ballad of Windfish cutscene.
Nice.
Congrats.
And also a anonymous $100 donation, no comment, but towards Metroid to play as Zero Suit Samus is also been met. So, a 201.
Nice. Thank you guys for the donations.
Seconded. Okay, both of the remaining runners should be close to done with the auto-scroller.
Nice. Is Kutsu Shita available to come into chat and say a few words?
I mean, I can say all the words if you want.
Yes, please
Hey.
list all words.
List all words. How
All
long do
words
we...
in the English language, starting from the beginning of the vocabulary.
Oh, well, my vocabulary in English is all these words that I just said, so we're done.
Nice. Thank you for that.
That was fast.
That went better than expected.
Great run.
Yeah, that
Oh
went
my
really
God.
good. Congratulations.
I'm not sure what happened with the owls. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, it was rough, and I was like, oh no, like, already the owls have a victim, but that wasn't a terrible place to die, because you're able to load up on the, after the frogs.
Yeah, no, that was totally fine.
And you handled
I-
the harder parts of the run very well.
That worked out, yeah, it worked out. There were some hairy moments, but I've already forgotten what they were. But they were there. I remember sweating.
Disdonn took a knockback, and he wasn't able to get the axe, so that's gonna put him in a kind of a tight spot here.
Oh, darn.
And as you can see, he's getting a lot of lag because he wasn't able to sit at the top of the screen like we were talking about during Kutsu Shita's run.
Disdonn is at a little bit of a positional advantage, but that extra there's an next drop later on, but he's not gonna be able to build up a triple shot, so that's gonna make the Dracula fight slower.
Yeah. We'll probably see Freeland catch up.
Freeland had a hard time with the Evil Flame boss with the Leviathan.
Yep.
Oh, with the Leviathan.
He got through the Cyclops every time, I think, but the Leviathan, his very first attempt, he's very close to killing the Leviathan, but he couldn't dodge the fireballs and took him death, and I think he maybe died twice more there.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Allowed Disdonn to catch up. Disdonn took a bunch of deaths right before Alucard. He was having
Oh.
actually took a game over. So he had to start that stage all over.
Yeah, Alucard is not an easy boss to handle without the holy water. Or at least it takes very long, so that means a lot of opportunities to get hit.
He's a pain in the ass, that's for sure.
You had your clips overall in the run. The only clip I can remember failing was the one after the needle thread off of the Axe Knights in the underground area.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
But the other ones
Freeland
were great.
missing the clip there.
Yeah, he's basically caught up though.
And he's got the triple axe.
Yeah, it's basically gonna come down to Dracula. This is gonna be very interesting.
Disdonn basically needs Freeland to find a pit.
Well, I mean, Dracula can kill you, you know.
Oh yeah, very easily.
But that is what has to happen, yeah.
Well, what Disdonn is doing right now, he's breaking enough candles to farm for a double shot. I believe he's probably just gonna fight Dracula with a double shot.
Commentator's curse. Freeland takes the death on Dracula.
Well, that
Oh,
puts
no.
Disdonn back in the lead. And unfortunately, unlike the
no.
predecessor, oh, he took a game over, so that's even more of a punishment, darn. Even if he didn't take that game over, this game decided that if you die to Dracula, you shouldn't refight Dracula right away, unlike Castlevania 1, unlike what Castlevania 1 did. It actually puts you back at a previous checkpoint. Unfortunately, that game over puts him way further back. Disdonn is even taking this opportunity to get a triple shot, which is going to mean an easier fight.
Uh-oh.
Disdonn can't take too many hits himself, though.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty scary for him.
And the checkpoint issue with this game, that's only in the American version. The Japanese version, you do restart back in this room.
Yeah.
They just thought
It
the
took
game
like-
was too easy, I guess.
It's one of those rare cases where they looked at the Japanese game and decided this is too easy for American audiences. Should be more painful.
Is he doing it? It's looking good.
We shall see.
Nice kill by Disdonn there. Disdonn taking second place.
Woo!
Nice,
With a
congratulations.
time of 34 minutes and 27 seconds.
Okay. Looked a bit grim with all those early deaths, but he was able to catch up to Freeland and ended up snagging that second place. Congratulations.
That was a wild ride. Freeland had a commanding lead at one point.
Yep.
This game is cruel.
Very, very cruel. Indeed.
I mean, I expected to also showcase that, but I ended up not.
Only the cruelty of the owls.
Yes. I mean, it didn't even touch me. I just missed the platform. I just fell in because I was nervous, I suppose. Well, that took care of that, I guess. I got it out of the way.
Speaking of nerves, I screwed up the bat, and that screwed me over really. I
Tell us
haven't missed
about
that fight in over a week.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that can easily happen in just any random given run.
Yeah, it shook my confidence really bad to the point where I accidentally grabbed the axe before Alucard and just kind of wound up game overing there and resigned to losing. And now Freeland's finishing up at Dracula after almost beating me with that, except for he got killed at the end.
It's been a roller coaster.
Yep. You never know. You never know. You end up thinking it's all, but you never know what can happen in a race.
At least amongst all three of us, we've managed to show basically all places you can die, so that's great.
No, not every place you could die, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
Did
Nice.
Freeland get the one cycle
Freeland
too?
actually, yeah. Freeland is
Yeah.
the only one who got a one cycle on.
I got one too.
Did you? Oh yeah, that's just like okay.
You were not paying
Talking
attention, SPD Wolf.
Uh,
Level Engine's yelling at you too.
Good game, Freeland. Pulling it up here in third place. Like we said, that was a roller coaster of a race and a lot of fun to watch. At the beginning, Kutsu Shita takes the death from the owls. Then Disdonn takes the death from the bat and struggles on the Alucard fight. We're sitting back watching. We're like, okay, Freeland's in a commanding lead here. There's no way. And then just Castlevania 3 happened and just started punishing people. And I don't know. Kutsu Shita held it together. He played really well. He got a bunch of really tough tricks in there. And the Leviathan boss was just really tough on Freeland, and that really closed the gap.
I blame myself and Shinsero for giving Kutsu all of the confidence for marathons last weekend by springing a second quest grant run on him when he was doing a marathon.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
That worked out, didn't it?
SBD Wolf, what was your favorite part of the race?
Probably the Dracula fight between Freeland and Disdonn. Just a very, very close moment between the two. Could have gone either way.
It was a no-biter.
Yeah, I was looking at his screen and hoping that he didn't get the triple axe because I got whipped by that red skeleton on the first.
Yep.
And then I tried a backup strat to get the triple in the axe, but that didn't work. I just got 2 hearts.
Yeah.
That backup strat only works, what, 20% of the time?
It's not the best backup we've got.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
I mean, all 3 of us got the Fleaman clip on stage 7-1, so that's good.
Oh, that's sweet. What other clips did you get? You didn't go for 9. What else did you go for?
I didn't go for the one on stage A, but I did.
Oh, 9. Yeah,
I
sorry.
I got one of the 2 on stage 6, but I missed it, and then I was so low health. I'm just like, I'm gonna take the safe route and go around.
I think you stopped for the meat too, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to stop for the meat on 9 because I took a hit. I'm just like, no way am I going into the death fight with less HP than taking a hit.
Yeah, it's scary. I killed him with Trevor because it was like, nope. Trevor can do this safely.
I'm not good with the Trevor Holy Water strat.
I also killed Frankenstein with Trevor because it was kind of the same situation. I was like, I don't like my health. If I take 2 hits, I'm dead. That's gonna happen because it's Frankenstein. So I just holy watered him. It worked out. Apparently.
I think the Trevor safety strats are good. It's like, yeah, over the course of the run, it might cost you 20 or 30 seconds, but better than dying.
Yeah, they won't even cost you that. They're fairly cheap safety strats, so.
I mean, if you get both clips on Frankenstein stage and then switch to Trevor and back, it only costs 9 seconds for the switch, and then, I mean, you probably gain versus the slower Alucard fight, like maybe 2 or 3 seconds, so technically it only costs you like maybe 8 seconds.
It's a handful of seconds, it's not much.
Nice.
Other bosses, though, yeah, it's 20.
So Kutsu Shita taking it down. Do you have any? Do you have any words? Do you want to say anything? You want to talk some trash to your competitors?
Words in the English dictionary.
Maybe I found some more words like "suck it," but no. I don't think that's what I meant. No. I mean, damn. I thought we were all gonna have a rough time. I just got lucky. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, you got very lucky getting your death out of the way early. I'm just like, oh, Kutsu died already. Well, guess it's my turn. Me and Freeland's turn to get ahead.
Yeah, I gave you false confidence. I'm sorry.
It's all part of the plan.
Yes. It worked brilliantly. Somehow.
Nice. Disdonn pulling in a second here. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, that's fine. I mean, I said my piece.
Freeland. Is Freeland in the channel? I haven't heard anything from him.
I believe he left the channel.
Okay. Alright, anything else you want to get out of the way while we're on SBD Wolf, or should we pass it back to the Calithon hosts?
Yeah, I believe we should just pass it back to the stream. I believe we're done here.
I mean, Cruden does make a good point. This game could use more runners.
Absolutely.
Feel free to hit us up, and we'll help you out.
I mean, we want them so bad that we will help you out.
Yes.
Okay. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching the Castlevania 3 race, and I hope you keep watching the stream.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for having us on, and good race. Really enjoyed it.
Bye bye.
All right. Thank you for that intense race. That was really good.